bourbon seems to be the flavour of the month right now, or the flavour of the year, flavour of the decade. So I've decided to show you a lovely little simple bourbon classic from the 1920s. This is very much an LA based drink, famous in Hollywood, synonymous with the stars. It's called the Brown Derby, and it was a famous cocktail of the Brown Derby chain of restaurants in the 1920s in Hollywood. So the drink itself is super simple. It's basically 2 parts of bourbon, 1 part of good quality fresh grapefruit juice, and then a half part of honey syrup. If you're not already foaming at the mouth right now, it soon will be when I show you how simple it is to make. But obviously Drinks Undressed, we couldn't just leave it at that. We're going to show you a way to make it even easier. You could even batch this one up if you wanted. So the way that we're going to do it, you could just multiply the recipe and make yourself a big old punch bowl. Stick it out at the party, stick it out on the beach, stick it in your flask, whatever, you know, and you've got a drink that's ready to roll. We're going to take your favourite bottle of bourbon or whiskey, whatever you prefer. So let's go with a whole bottle of bourbon. We're going to dump this into our infusion jar, aka the washed out pickle jar. Lovely jubbly. Look at that. Boom. Alright, so 1 bottle of bourbon in. And as I said, so the sweetener in this is your honey. So what I've got a lovely liquid honey here. And we are going to put in, so the bottle here contains 13 cocktails. We're going to put in 13 flat teaspoons of liquid honey straight in there. 12 and 13. Bingo, thank you very much, Mr. Bumblebee. And we'll just give that a little stir. So that's all you've got to do. Could not be easier. You don't even have to leave it overnight or anything like that. You just got to stir it in. So that takes you like literally 25 seconds. Delicious. Oh, wow, that is so nice. Perfect amount of sweetness as well. And then we'll put it back in the bottle. Bear in mind you're going to have a little bit more bourbon than you took out, so here's a good opportunity to have a cheeky little drink ahead of time before everyone gets here, before the guests get here. Get in the mood, get your chat on, and then we're going to take our lovely little homemade shaker and we're going to load it up with ice. And the honey's already in there, so maybe just go a little bit heavy on the pour. So we're just going to pull the cap out. I'm using Tropicana today because, as I said, it's readily available and it's not from concentrate, so you're going to have a lovely, sweet, fresh tasting grapefruit juice. So we're going to eyeball around 1.5 ounces. Glug, glug, glug. So that's about just over 3 ounces there, to account for the extra honey as well in there. And then that's all you've got to do. Now you give that a good shake. Boom. Look at that, looking good. Off we go. Switch it over for our little strainer lid that we made a few weeks ago. Still holding up strong. We've made many a drink with that. Glassware, always from the freezer whenever possible. And we're just going to strain that straight across into there. So we've got our zesty, fresh, sharp, zingy, little bit of sourness. And then for a garnish, a little bit of lemon zest. Bingo. Look at that, give it a little squeeze right across there, all the way around, just rubbing the rim around there as well. And then just rest that puppy right there. Look at that. There you go, there's your Brown Derby. And, as I'm sure everyone who's made cocktails for a party will know, sometimes you get bored of making cocktails. Shaking them can be a bit of a pain. You know, when you get to the stage where you're kind of like measuring with one eye closed, might be a good idea to change it up a little bit and just serve it long. So here we go. Couldn't be easier. Fill your glass up with ice. Glug, glug, glug. Honey-Bourbon. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. That's a gentleman's pour right there. Yeah. Here we go. And then just top that up with your lovely grapefruit juice. Give it a little stir. Be rude not to, really, wouldn't it? Just do another little bit of lemon zest on there. Look at that, rub it around. Beauty. Bella. Bellissima. Beautiful. Feel like a Hollywood star in minutes. The Brown Derby, the classic cocktail of the 1920s, golden age of cinema. 2 ways to make it. Seen here first on Drinks Undressed. Easy peasy. Bob is your uncle. That was better than the first one, wasn't it?